Hello, my name's Michael Conneely, and this video is all about how to accomplish your needed revolution with the October full moon. Work to bring in your needed revolution in some area of your life can make you succeed now at the time of the October full moon. Follow the 10 points in my October full moon video and blog post. Understand the quite ferocious but door to revolution energies of the October the 17th full moon. Now you can see both the Vedic and the Western charts for this full moon, plus the ephemeris of planet positions in October, on the October month page of my Star Wheel Astrology website. The link's in the blog, and it's under the drop down in the actual Star Wheel Astrology site. Now, if this full moon aspects a planet in your chart or activates key houses in your chart, you cannot duck the call to embrace your needed revolution now. So I'm going to go through the 10 parts of the full moon and how we need to understand them and use them for our own benefit, for our own good, for our growth, for success in our life. So the first thing is there's a grand cross. The October full moon is part of a grand cross chart aspect shape. The full moon is at 0 degrees Aries, Vedic sidereal zodiac. That's 24 Western tropical zodiac Aries. And this full moon carries an energy of our wounds because, importantly, this moon is conjunct Chiron. The sun of this full moon is opposite at 0 degrees Vedic Libra. That's 24 degrees Western Libra. And sun is conjunct the fixed star Spica, S-P-I-C-A, with the potential for brilliance. And sun is also conjunct the star Arcturus, with the energy potential for the different approach. Do you need to bring in a different approach? But note the two planets of that opposition, the sun and the moon, are actually at 90 degrees to Mars and Pluto, Mars opposite Pluto. So the four of them form a grand cross in the heavens. Mars is to one side of the Sun-Moon axis. Oh no, Mars was square the 2nd of October eclipse. Sun, Moon, Lilith, Mercury, stellium. So there's potential for violence or irritation or accidents. Remember, Mars was square the huge energy eclipse on the 2nd of October. And indeed, I might as well tell you what happened to us at that time. We were travelling along the road at the time of that eclipse, and a fox ran across the path of our car. The poor thing smashed in the front of the car, burst the radiator, and then bounced up and smashed bodywork. And then we were into the very unexpected, awful politics and wheeling and dealing of hire cars and who pays what, and travelling by bus from our rural area to the city to hire a car, and of waiting for insurance assessors to get round to assessing the cost of the damage as the hire car bill grows. And so the story goes on. So it very much fits those energies I described to you of the eclipse of the 2nd of October. So Pluto is on the other side of the Sun-Moon axis at the time of the full moon, and Mars is opposite Pluto. And this Mars opposition Pluto is square the full moon, Sun-Moon axis. What are the heavens doing to us? This Grand Cross is potential for great aggressive power expression. But at its best, it's potential for proper forceful expression of our power, of the proper unfoldment of our life path. Okay, point number 2, the second chart aspect shape is a yod, a finger of God. So basically, the base of the yod is a sextile, Neptune sextile Uranus. And both Neptune and Uranus each point a long finger at the apex planet of the yod. It's a finger of God chart aspect shape, where the apex planet is the Sun. Neptune is quincunx the Sun, Uranus is quincunx the Sun. Neptune and Uranus are sextile each other. Now a quincunx aspect is very tense, and this aspect creates inner conflict and indecision. So don't go in for that. But it also offers you potential for personal growth through learning to adapt and harmonize conflicting energies. Get Uranus and Neptune to work together, vision work and bringing in revolution. We need to do the vision work at this time. We need to delve deep into what's running in our life now. We need to identify the area of our life that cries out for revolution now. We need to do the healing, empowerment or vision work needed to achieve our needed revolution change now. And of course we need to identify what that is, get a picture of it. Okay, chart aspect shape number 3 is a talent triangle. Well, benefit from this talent triangle. There's a very important to know about twist to this tale. Neptune and Uranus are not only part of the yod, they're actually also part of a talent triangle. Did you realize that there is a unique talent triangle? It's running now. It's a very special talent triangle that formed on the 1st of September this year, 2024. And utterly amazingly, it actually lasts until June 2028. Those outer planets move round, keeping their relationship with each other. This is exceptional. So the talent triangle is formed by the trine of Pluto trine Uranus. Wow! Power, growth and revolution. And the apex of the talent triangle is Neptune. Both Pluto and Uranus are sextile Neptune, and Neptune is in Vedic Pisces. Wow, this growth in your full and proper expression of your power is being guided by your Neptunian intuition and vision and sensitivity, so that you have a chance to manifest your growth and revolution needs and potential. Are you doing the needed visionary inspired work at this time to perceive and then manifest your needed revolution and growth in power? Are you? Well, I'm suggesting it's so valuable and needed. So point number 4, the moon is Gandanta. As I said, the moon is at 0 degrees Vedic Aries. One of the truly great gems of Vedic astrology, which uses the sidereal zodiac, is the existence of 3 Gandanta zones, within the zodiac, within the chart. Gandanta zones are water sign to fire sign transition points. There are 3 of them: Pisces to Aries, Cancer to Leo, and Scorpio to Sagittarius. The Gandanta energy runs up to about 4 degrees either side of the 0 sign transition point. And it's so important to realise the closer you are to the 0 point of the actual sign, say in a planet of yours, the vaster the Gandanta energy is. In fact, it was due to reading one line about the existence of Gandanta zone energy that made me add Vedic astrology to my Western astrology 30 years ago. Because I read that if you have moon in the Gandanta zone in your birth chart, then mother will not be there for you. Well, I have moon at 29 degrees 56 Vedic Pisces, and mother was not there for me. And that sentence told the whole of the core of my life story, life purpose even, in just one sentence. Essentially, Gandanta zone's energy is that this world is immaterial. It is unsupportive. So if we are in a Gandanta zone, we have to be very careful of it. But we also have to be open to embracing the great special gift of a Gandanta zone, the great special gift of immateriality. We will feel that this world is unsupportive. You'll get a touch of that from this full moon. But we have, in fact, also got the opportunity to see behind the dreadful feeling of immateriality and unsupportedness, to actually open ourselves to the God realm, because it's the God realm that lies beyond this earthly realm when there's an opening in this earthly realm like a Gandanta zone. We have the opportunity to see into the divine realm that lies beyond. The Hindus call it the God realm, the Buddhists call it Nirvana. And we also have to understand and remember that it's not only nice faces of the divine that connect us humans to the divine. Terrible faces of the divine, terrible events, too, have to be worked with for us to grow our connection to the divine. This is the essence of tantric spirituality. By going through terrible things and by getting to understand them correctly, then we can move into unity with the divine, with divine awareness, and implement divine success of the karmas we incarnated to work with in this life. Terrible faces of the divine are such as Niriti, the goddess of death and destruction, Kali, wrathful deities such as Yamantaka and Vajrayogini and her husband Haruka, purifying our past life karmas, releasing our negative karmas, merging us with the divine. Well, the 5th point about this full moon is the moon is conjunct Chiron. Moon is at 0 Vedic Aries, Chiron is at 27 Vedic Pisces. So moon is touched with existential wound energy. Our own personal existential wound might well be more highlighted for us, and that can be very helpful, if painful. And you have to realise that this is a chance now to delve deeper into what your existential wound is. What is Chiron doing in your birth chart, in your fate and destiny in this life? How is it implemented? Does it have a past life basis? We have to work out what it is, but also how to heal it, so that each of us can stand tall, healed and undominated by it. And this full moon is a chance, a help. Point number 6 is a cradle chart aspect shape, and this is important to understand. If you look at the Western chart for this full moon, you'll clearly see a cradle chart aspect shape at the bottom of the chart. The two sides of this cradle are sextiles: Venus sextile Pluto, Uranus sextile Neptune. The bottom of the cradle is Neptune sextile Pluto. The top of the cradle you are being offered to cradle yourself in is Venus opposite Uranus. So we might want to snuggle up. We might want to forget our karmic responsibilities and be cradled. But that would be utter escapism. And anyway, the energies of the planets that make up this cradle would not let us get away with snuggling up and ignoring everything. Venus sextile Pluto, Venus opposite Uranus, Uranus sextile Neptune, Neptune sextile Pluto. They actually are all revolutionary calls at the end of the day. If you want to be, or if I want to be weak and snuggle up in a cradle, we would be forced to realise that we were failing. We're failing to find out that the cradle is a chimera, an illusion. That we are bypassing the call to revolution that is in this full moon. And we would be left feeling we have failed, and rightly so. We'd be left feeling that we'd missed a key opportunity. So each of us needs to create a space to stand strong at the time of this full moon. You might want to, repeat a mantra or a sort of intention or a spell from now and through this full moon and afterwards, to ensure that you implemented your needed intention to bring in the needed revolution. So each of us need to create a space to stand strong. We might each of us need to work out the wording of our intentional spell, if you like. And we each of us need at the same time to observe how we're actually doing in our life, particularly in the areas we have to face. Yes, we need revolution in that area. So we have to work out what method we use. Typically I use vision work and Shamanic Journey. We need each of us to face what needs to change in our scripts and our behaviours, and not give in to those bad scripts and behaviours. So each of us need to successfully bring in our needed revolution now. Point 7, a quick one, Venus. Well, Venus is in Vedic Scorpio, so beware fixed emotional upheaval energies. But on the positive side, be aware that Venus is sextile Pluto. There's a chance for revolution and empowerment in love issues. See if that's around, identify it, work on it. Uranus is opposite Venus. There's a chance to bring in needed revolution in love scripts. Another very quick one, point 8, but crucial. As I said, Moon is at 0 degrees Aries. This is a chance for needed new beginnings. Point number 9. This is a great time for needed revolution. We all of us have to remember it's a great time for identifying and bringing in our needed revolution now. Now that's because a huge current of revolution started on the 14th of July when Mars entered the Vedic sign of Taurus, ruled by Venus, and reach Uranus at 2 degrees Taurus. Indeed, with Uranus conjunct the second most dreadful star energy in the heavens, Algol, which is also in force again, excuse me, I've got a chesty cough, it's very annoying, which is also in force again now because Uranus has turned retrograde and has backed into conjunction to the terrible star Algol. But Mars having crossed Uranus on the 14th of July, on the 14th of August, Mars reached Jupiter, also in Taurus, and so activated a chance for blessing, sense of purpose, enlargement, and connection to the divine. Those were added in to the current of revolution created by Mars transiting conjunct Uranus. Ask yourself, have you been responding to your revolution call? Have you been responding to the growth in divine energy from Jupiter? Well, Uranus and Jupiter are still there in Vedic Taurus. They're both retrograde now, so that means it's our chance to get more real, to consolidate our needed revolutionary work, to solve some key issues in our life now, to bring in utterly needed change and growth now, to bring in needed revolution. Don't fall for the cradle, don't be escapist. So consolidate your connection with the Uranus-Jupiter current now. Bring in your needed revolution. Find the focus that is calling to you